We are going to go through the only 15 faceless niches proven to make $10,000 in 2026. So this is the first one. I loved this channel. This channel has 83 videos and they've made over 1.4 million views. When you look at the way they are making these, the videos are majorly about psychology. They're about psychology and what people go through, but there is that kind of consistency that comes with their thumbnails. And when you look at the posting consistency, they posted the last video, which is 8 hours ago, 11 hours ago, they posted. They have this kind of consistency and the channel is doing well, given that there are very many people who are facing challenges when it comes to their psychology and how they manage themselves, how they manage their habits. So they're tapping into a need that is imminent and the channel is blowing up. I believe this channel is making over $10,000. Actually, they could be making over $20,000 given that the videos are performing very well. The average view duration is over 5 minutes, which is something good. So this is a niche that you can do even much more better. You can do better when it comes to putting out the emotion in the thumbnails, but even on the intriguing topics, I believe you can make a better selection of the topics. So let's go into the next. This one is about stories of the Wild West that happened in the Wild West. You can see that there is that emotion which is portrayed in the thumbnails. They have done 330 videos and they have 7.4 million views, which is insane. And when you look at mostly these love stories, the way they are made with the voiceover and an image which is portrayed over the video. These videos are the easiest to make. When you understand the art of making this video, these are videos that you can even rent out for someone to make for you for $15, which is very cheap compared to the prices of making videos on Fiverr. You can be able to make this video. The average video length is already over 30 minutes, which is quite good, so you can emulate that. But even on the emotions, you can even do much more better when it comes to making these thumbnails, because now that you've studied that they work, you can emulate the emotions in a much more better way and be able to create such a channel. You want to also have authenticity when it comes to the stories. So when you are going to do such a niche, you want to create stories that are very attractive. This other channel is called Brick Body. They have 35 videos, and what they are doing mostly, they are talking about fitness, but they are telling these stories in a much more better way. They have 35 videos and they have already made 1.2 million views. I want you to look at the style of the thumbnails. They have this unique kind of identity when it comes to doing these videos. These are fitness videos, but they're not just doing them with making exercises. They are mostly images that are very that are followed up with an explanatory voiceover about the various kinds of things that people do or are not doing well when it comes to taking care of their health. This is a health channel, but the way they are portraying the stories are very good. With the health niche, you all know that it is very high. They have an RPM of over $12, so you'll be making a whole lot of money, and I believe this channel is already making over $10,000. So what you want to double down, you want to double down on increasing mostly on the minutes. Maybe you can make videos that are over 15 minutes long, which can give you an edge. But also when it comes to the thumbnails, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to make thumbnails that are similar or maybe even much more catchy and portray the emotion much more better, and you can be able to emulate this very channel. The other channel that I have in the list, it's called Clear and Pleasant History. They have 23 videos, but they have already made 2.7 million views. The videos are mostly about various kinds of things that happened mostly in the World War. You know, most of the stories that are in the history channels and channels that are talking about the world war. These are things that the present societies, the Gen Zs, most of them, they've never known them. So they always want to know these stories and they want to click what happened, what went on. So people love history. So these history channels, you can make them. When I look at this channel, I don't think it really has consistency in terms of the average view length. So you always want to get consistency. You can do videos that are 30 minutes long, but also you want to get a grip on the consistency when it comes to the thumbnails. You want to have a consistent pattern of the thumbnails that people will follow. When you look at the estimated earnings, it's in between 8,000 and 4,000 views. I believe this channel is even making over $30,000. So let's go to the next one. The next one is called Nonsense actually. It has made over 14 videos and they have they've made 14 videos and they have 6.2 million views. This is 14 videos in and the channel is already monetized. When you look at the consistency of the thumbnails are very simple, clear white background with the characters in cartoon form, but also the texts are very clear, black text with a white text with a red background over the white text. When you see the emotions that are happening in these videos, they are very evident, they are vivid. So when you want to do videos that talk about people, the emotions, the habit, things that happening to them, how are they manipulated, so these are the kinds of stories that they're doing, and they're performing quite very well with this channel. This channel is making over $32,000, which is quite something that you can go into. Mostly their images that are being made with stock overs. I have noticed that the video length is very short. So when you want to go into this channel, you want to do videos that are over 10 minutes long. When you do these videos that are over 10 minutes long, it's very easy for YouTube to run video ads over these kinds of videos because they are longer and people watch long and they stay longer. So you have the capability to make even much more money with this niche. Let's go into the next one. The next one is called Vintage Boats. They have already made 167 videos. What they are talking about, they're mostly talking about various old boats and mini yachts. And when you look at the consistency in their thumbnails, they always portray these yachts, but the text is mostly brought out very well. So these are videos that you can do. You may not be able to do videos about vintage boats. Maybe you can do videos about various specific and unique vintage cars. Maybe you can do videos about maybe vintage let's say submarines. It comes down to your creativity, but you can always emulate something like this and you can make money. They have made over 5.5 million views, and I believe the channel is blowing up and doing well given the recent video where they've made over 17,000 views. So you can be able to emulate this channel. The other channel that I have on this list is called That Guy. When you look at the brightness and the colors that are in the thumbnail, you can see the consistent pattern. When you look at the thumbnails and you go down, you can see the consistent pattern that the emotions are very well much portrayed in regards to what they are talking about, but also the colors that they are using, they are very attractive. A black background, but with these characters in various colors and the white text coupled with a red text, it is really epic and just perfect. So you can be able to emulate and redo these kinds of thumbnails. I've told you that when you want to emulate the thumbnails, you get a sample of the thumbnail, you go to a tool, it's called Google AI Studio, and you choose Nano Banana. Nano Banana is very good when it comes to creating these kinds of thumbnails. You can be able to redo the thumbnails and also even do longer videos, because when you look at what they are doing, the videos that they're doing videos that are just 8 minutes long. You can do much more better videos, because what you're going to do, you're going to get a perfect voiceover, and the images, you can use that very tool to create various images that you're going to use for your videos. The other channel that I have here, it's called What Details, but mostly these ones they're telling stories of things that happen, patients, motivational stories, and they're doing quite well. They have 44 videos, but they have an insane amount of subscribers, and they have an insane amount of views, which is over 11.9 million views. So this is something that you can emulate. But what I've noticed is that they also have this kind of consistency when it comes to thumbnails. Thumbnails are very important when you are doing videos. When you do a video, let's say you do a video and there is something intriguing on the 3rd minute, but if you have a vague thumbnail and a vague title, and the user never clicks to see what you made on the 3rd minute, it's very hard for them to click. So if you want people to really click on your video, you want to emulate what others are doing. When they are doing well when it comes to thumbnails, you want to emulate that. You don't really have to reinvent the wheel when you're choosing a niche that you're going to venture into. You have to emulate what they are doing, because if it's working, then you start on that, because you already have proof there is product market fit for such a niche. So let's go into this one. It's called Native Channels. They have done 355 videos, and what they are talking about, they are mostly native stories about ancient America with the cowboys and the Red Indians. These are the stories that they are doing, but the stories are really blowing up. The latest video is having over 2.5 thousand views, but also other videos. This one is 2 weeks ago. It has 36,000 views. It's blowing up. And these are mostly AI generated images with a narration of a very, very attractive voiceover. These are videos that you can do. You can do these, actually these history niches, you can do them in various kinds of formats. You have to just know the interests of people who really want them, and how you can emulate the setup of the thumbnails. Because if the thumbnails are working, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to do those very style of thumbnails, because they're already working and performing well. So with the captivating thumbnails and using voiceovers that are perfect, and choosing the perfect stories that will be captivating, you can be able to do this channel and have the capacity to make over $10,000 from that Faceless channel. This one is called His Stories. They have 16 videos. When you look at the views, they have an insane amount of views of over 5.9 million views. What I've noticed with this, they have this clear, consistent pattern, and that pattern is viewed in the thumbnails that you get to view. But also, when you look at the pattern of what they're doing with the titles are very, very short but captivating. They're having titles like Who Were the Nuns, Who Were the Ballads. So the titles are very, very, very captivating, but the consistency in the thumbnails also is getting them this insane amount of views, and the videos are very lengthy, so people get to watch at a lengthy basis. That's why they have this channel, and it's already monetized with 16 videos. That means they have an average video length that is very high, which is over 43 minutes. So when you want to go into such a channel, you also want to do videos that are quite long and captivating, and the stories need to be on point to keep people watching and going over and over. This channel, I believe it's making over $30,000. This is something that you can do. These are one of the easiest channels that I always bring you. So if you love the content that we put out, I'm going to call upon you to please subscribe to our channel. We do videos on a very specific way of trying to bring you various channels that are performing well in the faceless space, so that you can be able to see how they are performing, what they are doing differently, and how you can be able to emulate them to make over 30 or even $50,000 if you want. So please, if you feel like the videos are very valuable, subscribe to this channel. Let's go to the next channel. It's called Astrum Earth. They've done 17 videos. The videos are mostly about various things that happened on planet Earth. So they have this brightness when it comes to the elements that they have put in their thumbnails, but also the way they explain the videos, it's captivating. So if you want to go into such a niche, you want to have a narration voice that is documentary style. These narration voices, you can get them on 11 Labs. You can be able to go there and choose the best. You make the voiceovers, and for the editing of the videos, you can rent that out to video editors on Fiverr. They can really do a very good job. You just have to have the skills of looking for these kinds of editors who are going to do a very good job. I believe this channel is making over $50,000 because they are doing videos that are quite long, and they're in the they are explained in a way that is having that style of the documentaries and the narrations, and they are doing quite a good job. So you can enter into this niche and you can do quite an awesome job. The other channel that we are going to look at, it's called Smart Adjacent. It's also one of the best channels that I have on this list. They have done over 80 videos, and with 80 videos, they already have 3 million views. This is insane. It's really good. What they're doing, they're talking about different kinds of hacks in life, losing weight, procrastination, how to be productive, how to transform your body, and they are explaining these issues with mostly stock videos mixed with images that are similar to what you see in the thumbnails. Like I told you, you just have to get something that is very crucial, a pain point that is plaguing people, and you need to do videos that explain to them how they can overcome this. So when you're doing this kind of channel where you are mostly explaining things, you want to be as perfect when it comes to the voiceovers also as possible. But also it comes with a consistency. When you see a pattern that's working out very well and bringing in a huge and insane amount of views, you want to copy the pattern of how the titles are formulated. You want to copy the pattern of how the thumbnails are formulated, but also you want to go over the videos. How do they explain things? How do they formulate their scripts? Those details are very important when you are trying to enter into a niche where the competitor is already performing well. But I believe you can emulate this, and it's something that can work for you. The other channel that we have on the list that is also doing quite well is this channel that has already 30 videos. Their thumbnails are captivating. The thumbnails are very captivating, but when you look at what they have here, you want to notice that they're already doing over $13,000 with this channel. When you look at the amount of views in the 30 videos that they put out, it is already 7.9 million views, which is quite good and captivating. I want us to go over these thumbnails. The thumbnails are very captivating because they have a darkish background, which is kind of astronomical, but also the text is very clear. It's a white text that is very bold, and they have this kind of arrow that points to the character of what they are talking about. So they are connecting the title with the story, and they have that unique pattern. So when, like I've always told you, you want to copy that unique pattern when you're going into these channels, because when you emulate the pattern of what the channel is doing, and you get to also listen to how they tell their stories, the elements, how they do their videos, it's very easy for you to go over and get the services of a video editor. You can even give them this channel. You tell them, you know, I want to do videos, but I want the narrations to be similar or in the style of what this channel is doing. For the thumbnails, you can always do the thumbnails or rent out services of another freelancer on Fiverr who can do the perfect thumbnails that you want, and also you can pick out topics that relate to what they're already doing, because now you've known that they're already doing well in that space. You want to emulate what they're doing. You don't want to do exactly what they're doing, but you emulate the style of what they're doing, and you can also be able to get a channel that blows up and makes you over $10,000. The other channel that we are going to go into, it's mostly about cruises. People love cruises. They want to travel, but they love cruises. But there are not so many channels that are doing this kind of channels. This channel is monetized with only 25 videos, which is insane. They have 4.1 million views. That means these stories are really performing well. And the stories are mostly about cruises and what happens when people go to these cruises, bizarre stories. But you can see the consistency. They have this red background that lies over the text, but they also have these emotions that are portrayed in the activity that is going on in the cruises by the characters, which is very important. You want captivating things that are going to bring people to your videos. And mostly that is how you formulate the titles and how you formulate how you create the thumbnails. The thumbnails are very captivating, and when you look at this channel, it's really blowing up, and they are making a huge sum of money. I believe they're making over $10,000. So when you want to go into this space, you also want to do survey of the niche very well. You want to listen to how they are doing the videos, and you also want to do something. It could be similar, or you may not be doing something that is similar to the cruises, but you can have a certain format of the bizarre stories that happen in the cruises, and you tell these stories, and you maybe even improve on the intensity of the emotions and how the texts are laid out. You can be able to improve definitely so much on the thumbnails and also on the stories, and I believe this niche can really make you money. So the other channel, which is the last channel on this list, is called Ancient History. This channel has 67 videos. I love this channel and the way they're doing their videos. It's called Ancient History. They have 67 videos, and they have 3.1 million views. I want you to look at the thumbnails. The thumbnails are mostly about things that happened millions and millions of years ago. When I noticed these videos that they are making, they're making them using tools like VO3, actions of these ancient people and how they lived with these animals, attacking them, capturing them, the animals also attacking back. It is mostly these. They don't even have a voiceover. What they have, mostly, they have very captivating sound effects when it comes to the videos. These videos, I believe they are very expensive. You can get such a video at a rate of over $80 or even $120 for someone who would want to do these videos for you. But they are very captivating in terms of bringing out these people who were the earliest people that were on earth, and they are making an insane amount of money when it comes to the videos that they're putting out, because the videos are so much captivating. I've watched some of them. They are very captivating. So when you want to go into this niche, you want to do research mostly with this channel and see what they are doing, and you can be able to emulate it and make channel make videos that are relate to what they are doing. And also the thumbnails are very captivating. You also want to emulate the style of the thumbnails, and this is how you can also make money, or even make videos that are quite longer, 15 minutes longer videos, and you have that kind of consistency. Users always love consistency with the titles, with the thumbnails, but also with the video length. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, I'm going to call upon you to please subscribe to this channel. We always put out videos on a daily basis, and what we want you to have, we want you to have the capacity to view more variations of new niches that are starting out, niches that you've never heard of, niches that you can go into, niches that are very easy to do. So please subscribe to get access to these new niches on a daily basis when they come out. Thank you very much.